everybody, welcome to Nintendo Pow Block here on Boss Rush Network. I'm your host and that's excited ADV. Joining me is the one, the only bossman himself, Mr. Corey Dirrig. Hello, good sir.
Hello. It's that spooky week, right? That's what people say.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Halloween is this week, and all the spookiness comes out and then thrown away, so everybody get ready for Thanksgiving. And then the day of or after Thanksgiving, people start putting up their holiday stuff quickly. So,
yes.
So how are you, Corey? I think we've both been busy this weekend, to say the least.
I'm okay. I'm tired. Really tired. It was a busy weekend for us. So kids had trick or treat, and yesterday we had our family pictures, and took some new photos of the family and headshots for social media stuff, and so yeah, that was took up a lot of time, and kids are kids, man. It's busy. It's busy, not to mention the busy week at work and then everything else that was going on. So yeah.
All right.
How are you, Ed?
I'm doing good. I am by the time you guys see this, I'll be off vacation, but during this time at the recording, I'm on a personal vacation from work. I really needed to just get away from the place. Just be like, don't call me, don't send me no messages. I don't want to hear nothing about work. I did go on Friday to go buy some water for the house, and then that was it. There's nothing. I haven't returned to work or even passed by it. But I did go see Jesse this weekend, and me, him, and the kids, we hung out. Got to try some food, so I'll be talking about that in Snacktendo. But got some games and some books that I kind of want to show you guys. There's one particular game I was super excited that I found at Best Buy, and I think all the employees and customers were just like, "Who's making that loud noise?" I had a big yes. So I'm gonna get to the books first, everybody. So I got the Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask manga, $5 at the used bookstore. I got the Umbrella Academy. This one is the graphic novel. It's like the second and third stories that they have. Which I got the first one. I read the first comic story when it first came out. But I never got to read the second or third one. And then I got another one called Descenders from Image Comics. Larry told me about these. So I found them at the bookstore. So I got all 3 volumes. But everybody, I also got this Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, the complete official guide expanded edition.
Yeah, that's cool. I have that too. It's sitting down there. I have the Tears of the Kingdom one also.
Yeah, I didn't get to see. They had the Hyrule Hysteria, and this one they didn't have Tears of the Kingdom. So maybe someone might turn it in. Yeah, we went to the half price bookstore because I just kind of wanted to go in to see like what books and stuff that they had like for gaming, and went to the graphic novel, seeing that, and then seeing the Zelda one. I'm just like, yeah, this is really cool. I had to have it, and I just love the cover. It actually looks brand new. There's like one little mark thing that's on it that I didn't realize, but I'm like, shoot, $22. I'll take it for a big book like this, and like everything is pristine. Yeah, I'll take it. So, yeah, and then going to quickly get into the games that I got. So I got Super Mario Party Jamboree, which I had planned to get, but cheaper tax. I got Persona 5 Tactics Tactica for like $20 at Best Buy,
Mm,
but I finally found Unicorn Overlord, everybody, for
nice.
45 dollars. It's the last one because none of the Best Buys carry it no more. You can't find any of the physicals, and they were the
Hmm.
only ones that had it. So I'm like, let me snag this now. I made my big yes, and then I was just like, yeah, I'm not letting this go.
Yeah.
So, um, it's been a good deal. And then one more, everybody. I'm sorry, Corey.
What are you sorry for?
Uh, this everybody. This is Kiki's delivery service. It's a cookie jar that
Mm,
I got at the mall. Really beautiful. So
nerd.
um, yes, I could put my snacks in there. It's a nice box. I haven't taken it out yet, but I'm just like, oh, Studio Ghibli, of course, I love it. And talking to the assistant who was working there, and we were just talking about all their movies, just having a good time. So yeah, had a really good shopping time with Jesse. Like we talked a lot. We got to hang out, eat some really good foods, which I'll talk about next Nintendo, and just hung outside and just like rested talking before I made my drive home. So it was a really really good day. It was, I think it was very um therapeutic for me and him just to get together and just hang out and everything. And kind of be social. It was just a really great day, just having fun. It's been a long time that I got to do that, and it's been a long time since I went to go see Jesse in the flesh, and everything. And just he's still amazing, just still a great person. Looking a little bit buff, even though he's just like, I put on some weight. I'm like, please, that's all muscle. Stop playing around. You've been in the gym. He's
Mhm.
just like, yeah. But yeah, it was really fun to hang out with them and the kids. So
Nice. Yeah, I'm sorry I missed your call with him. I wanted to talk to him, but we got
mhm.
so busy yesterday. It was just I felt bad, but I miss Jesse.
Yeah. Well, I told them, I was just like, hey, we'll try to do something, just the three of us, cause send us a text and everything. I'm just like, we'll try to hang out, all three of us, and record something, at least just like catch up on life and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. I mean, we should just yeah, we need to do something. I don't know. I felt bad, but we were so busy yesterday with
Hmm.
pictures and getting the kids ready and making sure that they stayed in their outfits and yeah, parenting everybody. It's
Yes.
fun.
Yes. So Uh, yeah, that's what we did this weekend. Um, and it was just so much fun to hang out with them. Um, check out the mall, some new places. And we went to a retro store that was selling like Dreamcast, GameCube, like all the retro stuff. And they had Recore for like $8 there. So I decided just to rebuy Recore for cheap. I'm just like, I know I need to finish this game, but I might just start it over, the Series X version, and try to like collect as many ores as I can, and go from there. So
Nice.
yeah.
Nice. Man, retro game stores are cool. I'm sad that the retro games market has just shot up so it's so expensive now, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um I've just been looking at a few things online a little bit and I mean, I could probably find them cheaper in a store somewhere, but everything around me except for one store has closed and they are so expensive that like unless you have something to trade in, it's not worth really buying anything there because it's so expensive.
Yeah.
Um So yeah, it makes me sad because there's definitely things that I would like to have in my collection at some point again, but like I don't really want to pay that much for it, you know.
All right.
So that's why I've really focused on like the Wii U, 3DS, and Switch generations,
Mm-hmm.
really, for games,
Yeah.
because those ones aren't quite as hard to get. Although 3DS is getting incredibly difficult to find, and DS also. So
Yeah.
I've been trying to track down a DS copy of Spirit Tracks, but they're always like so expensive, and they're
I
like,
thought you had it.
no, I have Phantom Hourglass. I don't have
Ah.
Spirit Tracks.
I have to find my copy of Spirit Tracks. I know I have the physical in the box.
Yeah,
I think I just moved it somewhere,
it's
so I just
probably
gotta find
it's probably your entire house is just built out of plastic game cases. I'm sure you don't want to move it
it.
because your house will just tumble down. So
Yeah. If I find Spirit Tracks, I'll see what I can do. I'll
no,
probably
no,
because
I'm gonna buy it. I'm waiting for it not to be like $100.
ooh, good googly moogly. Uh, yeah.
I'm just trying to get my goal now with like retro games and stuff is to just get the games in the series that I love, like Zelda, and
Hmm.
I would say Xenoblade, but I have all the Xenoblade games because there's only 6 technically. I mean, you have the 3 versions of Xenoblade 1, Xenoblade Chronicles X, and then 2 and Torna
Yeah.
and 3 all have physicals. So I guess that's 7, right? So
Yeah.
I
I
have all
have.
those.
I have all of those too.
And then
Um,
Fire Emblem is the other one.
Dude,
But
I kind of wanted to. I really wish that they would re-release Xenogears and the PS2 ones,
yeah, the Xenosaga collection
Xenosagas.
would be awesome. Which I'm
Yeah,
kind of surprised they haven't done yet, but
to actually be honest with you, definitely with Gears and Saga. Once again, it's just something I never seen in stores. Like I don't know
mhm.
if anyone actually bought those games, and if they did, like where did they get it from? Because
Yeah, I used to have all 3 Xenosaga games and the guides, and then we all go through that phase in life where we need to get rid of things to pay rent or pay for insurance or gas or whatever because we're dumb and don't know how to use our money. Um, and so the first things I got rid of were like the games that were worth the most. I mean, I sold Valkyrie Profile and the guide for a month's rent, so you know that was you know, but and Xenoblade Chronicles or Xenosaga 1 and 2 are not that expensive. It's the third one that's expensive.
okay.
So 3 is like, oh my gosh, you might as well just sell your
It's
organs.
it's so crazy during the PS2, GameCube, Xbox, and even PS3 and Wii and 360 era that GameStop was like the bank for gamers because all the trade-ins and getting money from them before they like went to credits and stuff. Like people were trading in games just to get money, cash, from GameStop.
Hmm.
And so you would see, and it was always weird because everybody was just like, you would see the value of Xbox and PlayStation stuff not be as huge because so many people turned it in. But with like the Nintendo stuff, it was always still like 40 or 50 some dollars, even for third party games, because they were the rare ones.
Hmm.
People were buying these games, but they weren't really trading them in. And it's so weird.
Yeah, it's man, I don't know, man. I wish I don't know. I wish I would have known then what I know now about
Hmm.
you know keeping things and holding on to things, and I don't know. It's just like, is it even worth trying to go back to that now, or is it you know
As it passes time, in a
yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh well.
understandable.
Oh well. What are you gonna do, huh?
play the games that we own now and try to finish them before. Well, attempt. I should say attempt to. I will say that I did get my Never physical deluxe from Amazon um for Switch, and my Bakaru physical pre-order for Best Buy for Switch. So all of those will be on next year. Like, dude, the Never deluxe version that they was gonna sell at Best Buy sold out. Like, couldn't even pre-order it. I'm like, dang. I'm like, they must be getting a short stock. But since Amazon had it, I just was like, okay, I'll order it from them. Get it when they decide to ship it.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Oh man, games, am I right?
Yeah.
Don't worry, you'll get that in like 12 years when, we're on episode 750 or whatever.
Well, I know this week I'll be having my Dragon Age. I think I got the deluxe version. If not, I think I got the regular version. I know I got a $10 like gift card thing from Best Buy for it. Digital gift card. And then in a couple of weeks, outside of Mario and Dragon Quest, I'll have my physical copy of the Marvel vs. Capcom collection for Switch. Because I think that's what a lot of people are waiting for, is that physical copy. Also, I need to pre-order the physical one for the Final Collection, I think Volume 2 with Power Stones. I need to try to get that also. So,
well, good luck with that.
Yes.
So, good times, huh?
Yes.
Good times.
Well, Corey, how about we get into this housekeeping?
I guess we can do that.
Okay. If you want to support Nintendo Pow Block and other podcasts, you can go to our Patreon at patreon.com/BossRushNetwork. Subscribing to tiers on our Patreon can grant you perks like the new exclusive post shows, voting rights for a Sportercast, and video game book club, exclusive question threads for Spotlight Podcast, early access to After Dark, and more. As always, though, your viewership and listenership is enough for us. Subscribe to the Boss Rush Network on YouTube and like this video. If you listen on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, or even if you don't, leave us a rating and a nice review on those platforms. You can find all of our banters, features, listicles, reviews, and more on our website, bossrush.net. And if you guys are Patreon members, I, Pat, and Celia from Yacht Club got together to talk about Emio, the Smiling Man, the Femcon Detective Agency. So you can watch that spoiler episode. And the Dead Space spoiler episode is also live.
Yeah. So MEO's Patreon, Dead Space is the free version this month, so check that out.
Yes.
Oh man, good times. Lots of things in the pipeline, lots of things in the bag, lots of things coming up. A lot of good things. So
Thanksgiving is in 4 weeks.
Yeah. Yep. 4 weeks. Yeah. Dang. 5 weeks. 4 weeks. I don't know. Too many weeks.
Yeah. So
there's a lot of man. For as fast as time goes by, like you think I've been alive for 38 years, and knock on wood, like we live to like be 80 or 90, and you think about all the time that you've had on this earth already. It's like, what am I gonna do for all that time? What am I gonna do?
They're just like Eddie gonna have a controller in his hand or a switch in the or whatever. Hey,
it's like what is there to do for 45 more years?
A lot.
Travel,
live.
I don't want to do that.
You don't want to travel?
No.
If
What
you
is
had a place, where would you? If you had a chance to go travel somewhere, what one place would
nowhere?
you travel?
I don't want to go anywhere. I don't know. I don't know. That's not true. I'd go places. I just don't know.
You
I don't know.
would
I
you
don't
go somewhere? l- Would you go somewhere for an event and then come back? You know.
I did. I went to Seattle and Boston for an event. Came back. uh
That is true. Yes, same
it's
here.
fine. It's fine. I am traveling. In 3 weeks I'm traveling. 3.5. So
Yeah. Yay.
good times, huh?
Super, super fun. Well, Corey, how about we get into Snacktendo? And everybody, I'm gonna start the Snacktendo because
Mm.
while up in Appleton with Jesse, we ate a lot of great food. Um, we went to this bowling alley and we got a basket of fries, which just bomb big. It's uh, these fries were like almost like thin as potato chips almost, but they were like fried actual fried potatoes to be fries. Um Seasoned real good, very crispy and very hot. Of course, I did mine with a side of ketchup for the dipping. And Jesse got his with mayo. I was just like, oh, that's interesting. I can
Mm.
see that.
Hmm.
And then we actually got talking about in high school that people would do ketchup and nacho cheese and mayo. I would do ketchup and nacho cheese when I got it, which I still do to this very day. For like, if I get cheese fries, I'll get some ketchup for it and everything. Uh, I had some Thai food at the mall. Had some mango chicken and lo mein, which was really good. And then we went to a place called Pizza Ranch, which had some really really good pizza. They had a mix of thin and kind of breaded. I had like BLT and a mac and cheese pizza. I had a sausage pizza also. They had a salad bar, some chicken. They had some good mashed potatoes and gravy. I'm like, ooh, this is really good. And it was packed. The place was like super packed and everything. But had a really good dinner there and just hanging out with Jesse and the kids. Pretty much that's what I snacked on while I was down there. Didn't really get any kind of sweets and stuff, but I did have like a monster just in case if I got tired, I could drink that and get some energy back. Um, but yeah, that's what I snacked on. What
Nice.
about you, Corey?
Oh boy. What did I snack on? I definitely um yesterday we had Casa del Rio, which is the Mexican place by our house.
Ah, yes.
And I got one of those big burritos, and I gotta tell you, Ed, their portion sizes, they're shrinking.
Oh no!
They're shrinking. I mean, my wife ate her whole taco salad for the second time in a row.
What's going on?
I don't know. My wife never eats her whole meal. Um, but not that the portions aren't still ridiculously huge, and
Mhm.
I mean, it's ridiculous, but uh, it was very good.
I was about to
And
say,
then
was the burrito not fatty fat?
it was fat. It just wasn't as fat as it normally is.
Ah, okay.
They actually wrapped the entire piece of foil around it this time. One piece of foil. It's
Oh
usually two.
wow, that
So,
becomes worrisome.
mm, just very sad. It's the
Oh.
beginning of the end. uh, but yeah, so we had that, and then today I cooked my chicken for the week on the grill, and I went to the store this morning, Ed, and I grabbed some seasonings and some rubs for the chicken because I'm
Ooh.
like, I just needed to go pick some out,
Mhm.
like we get certain ones, and my wife picks certain ones up, and they're fine, they're good, right? But like
Yeah.
I had to go to the store and watch the little red lids roll down the little, things that they keep them in. I needed to smell them. I needed to look at them. I needed to look at the color, right?
Yes.
So I bought 4 different ones. I bought I bought barbecue, I bought Cajun, I bought sweet and smoky, and I bought applewood. I
Ooh.
decided to cook applewood this weekend. And
Ugh.
let me tell you, I so we buy these huge like white bone like boneless chicken breasts, white meat chicken breasts,
Hmm.
and like we cut all of them in half, like down, like fillet them, right? So they're cut in
Okay.
half. So they're like 7 or 8 ounce breasts, and we cut them down the middle. So it's not whatever. They cook faster, and it's just nicer to have smaller pieces for storage and everything. So
Yeah.
Um, I ended up cooking like 12 pieces for me for the week. Uh, I ended up eating 4 of them tonight. Uh,
Everybody, I had seen the picture and
yeah,
like my mouth was watering. Like I literally text Corey with so much happiness after I seen it. I was just like, these look so delicious. And
it was
then
really good, man.
dude, when you said like the applewood smoked one, I'm like, ooh, that has to taste bomb big.
Yeah, it was really good. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was really, really good. I had to stop myself from eating more because
Hmm.
it was just so good. It was so good, man. Like,
You, I with you mentioning that you cut them in pieces. I
mhm.
I thought like they were already cut. It looked like they were already cut
They
when you
were
from when you
well.
bought them.
I cut them and then
You
grilled
cut them.
them. Yeah.
Okay.
So because you gotta get full coverage on that seasoning there, Edward. You know,
Yes.
you gotta get full seasoning or full coverage on that seasoning. So
Yes. Okay.
but yeah, that's kind of what I ate. Oh, I also late last night, because I hadn't had any in a while. And
Hmm.
like I wasn't like really hungry, but I ate them anyway. And this is how I gained so much weight beforehand. Before it's just like, no, I just want to eat. I'm not even hungry. Uh, but I had some pizza rolls last night,
Yes.
and it was it was gr- it was it
I,
was it was
I
great.
want some like a little piece of roast snack.
Pizza roll snacks.
Yeah, like
Well,
about 6 to 8
yeah, they were
pieces.
they were they were great, and I just cooked a whole plate of them,
Hmm.
and it was delicious. It was delightful. So yeah, yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
All right.
But that's kind of all I had. Trying to think if there's anything else. I had some cookies. Cookies are always delicious.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I don't really
Yeah.
have anything else to say. I just they were delicious.
Yeah. Nothing just yet. For me either. Um, I know there's some chips and stuff that be coming in, but I'm just like, I can wait for those. So,
Mm,
yeah.
mm.
Well, Corey, how about we get into play with power?
Yeah, I guess we could do that, huh?
Yes. So I did finish MEO, the Smiling Man Femcon Detective Agency, uh, and got to see like the ending on how everything came to be. Like they kind of told the full backstory of some of the victims and how the game kind of started and led up to the first chapter. And then even to the end, it explains some things. So it's like a nice 20-minute animated video for it, and you kind of see why it's like 30 minute, not 30 minutes, why it's an M-rated game and stuff. So if they handle a lot of that really really well for the M-rated stuff. Um, but yeah, I finished that. I'm playing Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow on Xbox. Uh, it's from the Castlevania Dominus collection. So I'm playing that while also playing getting back into Metaphor Refantasia. I'm going to be working on that before I get into some more Nintendo games. Because this week, Dragon Age Veilguard will be dropping on Thursday. So I will be picking my copy up Thursday and playing it since I'm off that day. Um, yeah, and then still just waiting for Star Wars Outlaws. But I'm gonna be finishing. I mean, I'm working on Refantasia and Dragon Age Veilguard.
Hmm.
So like my Switch stuff, I will get into some Switch games and I'll talk about that also soon. Um Even with the games that I just picked up, I'm gonna give them a try. I mean I am gonna play more of Jamboree, like put it in and start playing it. Cause last time I played it was at PAX. So I wanna see what this game has when I pop it in. Um, they also, Corey, I forgot to tell you, they also had the NES World Championship game. They had
Mm-hmm.
them at that Best Buy also, but I like passed on it. I was like,
Mm.
no, I'm good.
Missing out, man.
So, so yeah,
Uh, just kidding. But I still have mine copy sealed. I actually might get rid of it because I don't really care about that game, to be honest. But
oh,
also, I should probably have all the Nintendo published games for Switch, so I'm working
yeah,
on that.
I need to make a list to see what I miss. A lot of the sports stuff I'm missing, and I
I'm
know Mario
missing
vs.
I'm missing a lot of the almost all of the Mario games is almost exclusively. I have Mario Wonder and 3D All Stars. Those are the two Mario games I have on physical. I don't have any of the other Mario games. No Mario Party physical, no Mario Sports games physical, no uh Odyssey or 3D World. Uh, yeah.
Yeah, so
So, I also
oh,
need the first 3 Pikmin games and Yoshi's Crafted World.
Crash World.
Those are the Mario games that I need. Well, Pikmin also, but yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I have some
all right.
things to pick up, but it's probably going to be more like a next year thing because because just I mean with Christmas and Hanukkah coming up and
Oh, that's about to
traveling
be
and
fun.
that kind of thing, I'm just going to need to hold up a little bit.
Uh, yeah, I gotta get my Christmas shopping probably soon. Um,
Yeah. I
but
should
I gotta
probably
do.
do it sooner than later, but
Yeah, well, I gotta do my Black Friday shopping first, and then I'll do my Christmas shopping once I figure out how work is gonna go. Because it's gonna be a mess in the next 2 months. I already know. I just have a feeling it's gonna be a crazy, crazy mess. And not so much with customers. I'm talking about our staff.
mm,
So
yeah.
yeah.
Well, yeah. I hear you.
But
Life, man.
Corey, what have you been playing with Power?
Um, what have I been playing? Um, I've been playing Oh, I've been playing a lot of Assassin's Creed Origins, to be honest.
Mm.
Some Echoes of Wisdom, although I've kind of fallen off that game a little bit. Um, and then I played a little bit of Black Ops 6 on Xbox.
Yeah, you was talking about that.
Yeah, it was it's pretty good. I mean, it's Call of Duty, so I mean, it's it's just Call of Duty, but it's pretty fun. It's pretty it looks amazing.
Hmm.
It feels really good to play. It takes place kind of in the early 90s, so that's kind of an interesting time period since, we lived through the the 90s. It's just weird to see historical events play out that you lived through.
Oh wow.
um, Obviously, some of it's fiction, and it's like the uh, what do they call it? Historical fiction, but
Hmm.
it's still like, oh well, yeah, I remember when Bush gave that speech that one time, and uh, apparently this is what happens when oh, you know, he says this
War.
and then it means something else. I don't know. There's a lot of actors though that I recognize. I don't know their names, but I've seen them in
Yeah.
things like one of the actresses is in House of Cards. Um, I recognize the Asian guy who's like the interrogator. Um, I recognize him. I don't know what else he's been in, but I recognize him. I recognize the black guy who's kind of like, it seems like the story is kind of centered around him a little bit,
Yeah.
at least this at this point. Um, so like there's a lot of recognizable faces in this game, but um, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's fun. I thought I would give it a try because it's on Game Pass, and I haven't
Yeah. I
played
know.
the last Call of Duty I seriously played was Black Ops 2 and Ghosts. When they came, when we were doing Wii U coverage, like
Yeah.
I mean those were the last two that came to a Nintendo console. So I tried those out and they were okay, and I liked Black Ops 2 a lot. And this is kind of like a sequel to Black Ops 2. It seems like, so that's
Yes.
really neat. And yeah, yeah,
Well,
it's
and I know there was a video that came out, or I seen on Twitter. They were showing the comparisons for S, X, and PS5.
mhm.
And they were showing how Series X and PS5 was running between 59 and 60 frames per second, with the S dropping here and there. Um, but there was,
Yeah, but
I think there was.
you can
Okay,
I mean this game can run it up to 120. Um, you can change the settings to make it run that way.
whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. I think they were trying to show that, everybody thought that the PlayStation community probably thought we was gonna dumb everything down and make theirs the lesser version, and it was just like, no, we're gonna do the best and make it at this peak performance that it can on PlayStation, and make it also peak um for R, so there won't be like no problems or anything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I still haven't seen any not ratings, reviews for it or
Mhm.
anything. So I'm assuming that'll probably be something this week.
Yeah.
It'll come out. Mm.
Yeah, I mean it's getting pretty good reviews across the board, it seems. So
Okay.
I it's weird though, cuz like you don't download the game, you download the launcher, like the Call of
Hmm.
Duty launcher, like a hub almost,
Yeah.
and then you choose which games you want to add to the launcher when you download it.
Yeah.
So it offered me everything that has come out since Modern Warfare, the remake or whatever, the reimagining
Yes.
whatever, of Modern Warfare. And I'm like, I don't know if I own any of these. So, and then so I was just like, I'll just download Black Ops 6. And then it's like, okay, you've chosen to download Black Ops 6. Do you want to which parts of the game do you want to download? I'm like, I don't know. I just give me the game, because it is like, okay, well, I chose Black Ops 6, and then it's like, well, do you want to download the campaign, multiplayer, zombies, and like you can kind of pick and choose which parts of the game you want to download, which is kind of nice, honestly, to save
Yeah.
space. But like, it's just like, man, I don't know, I just want to play the game.
Right. Like for me, and I don't even know if they offer this on the shop for Xbox. I just really want the campaign. I don't really want the multiplayer.
I mean, you have to buy the whole game, but
Mm. But if
I mean,
you're
that would
on
be
Game
nice.
Pass,
Yeah, if you're on Game Pass, you
can
you know,
choose.
yeah, you can definitely pick and choose.
Okay.
So yeah, it's cool though. Very interested in seeing where this goes, because it's definitely very it's very interesting the way they kind of have positioned Black Ops 6 specifically,
Hmm.
because it's on Game Pass, but every advertisement I've seen for it,
Yeah.
there has not been any Xbox or Game Pass branding on it, and there's been nothing, right, to say, hey, guess what? This is everywhere else too. So if you want to pick it up there, you can.
So they're just saying it's really just yeah. I've been seeing some things that just says out now, and that's it.
Yeah. And if this is I mean, and I know they have to like adhere to certain things
Hmm.
because of the PlayStation marketing deal still. And, I think it's actually bundled. I think there's a PlayStation bundle either now or it's coming or something. But like, it's weird, because this is like a lot of the things, if you're not following the Xbox news or rumors or ecosystem or whatever, like their strategy with Black Ops 6 is like a Game Pass make or break type situation of like, before they like retool Game Pass, and
Hmm.
what it means, and what we think of Game Pass could change. And I don't know, man. I wonder because people who just play Call of Duty only want Call of Duty, and they're just going to pay the $70 to buy it. And it's cheaper to do that. And Game Pass gives you some perks. There are some Call of Duty's
Excuse me.
perks, specifically for Warzone, which is the free to
Yeah.
play mode. But yeah, it's interesting the way Microsoft is kind of positioning this, and I mean, their marketing has never been great. I've got I've said this 1,000 times, which is probably why they don't they kind of stopped emailing me back. Uh, but like, their marketing sucks. They do a way better job of marketing things you can't buy in their controllers than any game they put out.
Yeah.
It's awful. It's terrible. I'm sorry. Xbox's marketing is terrible. And I think they could do a better job. And this is an example of like, hey, Call of Duty, we're here. It's owned by us now, but guess what? We're not saying it's owned by us now.
I think that's why. I think that's why when I listen to other podcasts and definitely dedicated podcasts like for Xbox and PlayStation, it just
Mhm.
feels like that big game from the first party when it comes out, you would
Mhm.
think they would like do some kind like do a lot of like um marketing for the game, and it just feels like it some games just drop in. I will barely see a YouTube ad or anything on Twitter or social media, and it's just like, okay, your game is out. Are you guys gonna market it, especially if it's selling very well and getting high ratings and stuff like the final shape. Um, of course, Bungie can handle their own marketing, but you would think that Sony be like, man, the final shape got so much good reviews and talk about it. Let's put some videos out. Let's get our content creators. Let's do something to let everybody know about the final shape. And yes, even though that includes um that includes Microsoft and PC gamers, you would think that you will want to push this DLC more. Definitely Sony would want to do that. If Bungie uh if they feel like Bungie's not doing enough, be like, let's help our company that we purchased. Let's help them uh get the word out about this DLC. And it's just that, like, man, nothing happened with that. But you see, like, Nintendo doing some marketing when that game comes out. Almost every YouTube ad is about Mario. Of course, you see it on Nintendo Life and other websites, GameSpot and stuff. But they're marketing that thing for a good at least a month, and then when they do their marketing ad, just to be like, "Hey, Nintendo Switch, we got this version out. Here's some games that go with it." They put some older games and newer games into this to remind you that, hey, you've been wondering about Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Well, here is Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. You can also play that on Switch, just to remind you in case you have been digging it or it's been in the back of your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the marketing for Switch and their games that Nintendo does, it continues to go strong.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I see. I mean, my kids have. My kids have Nickelodeon on all the time to watch Paw
Hmm.
Patrol and stuff like that, dumb stuff like that. But every time there's a commercial break, there is a Nintendo commercial, right?
Yeah,
And like, even if it's just like, I mean, they're still advertising like Mario Odyssey and stuff. It's like in every commercial break for those Nickelodeon shows is a Nintendo Switch commercial, and it's old games, it's new games, it's family friendly games.
yeah,
There's big Mario Party and Splatoon commercials and Smash commercials, and generic Nintendo Switch, home of Mario and Friends, is like their big thing right now. And it's like, oh my gosh, they're like, Nintendo's the only one that's really killing it in the marketing department.
yeah.
I mean, you look at what PlayStation did with Until Dawn, and they just kind of pooped it out and didn't tell anybody except for like a small press release on the PlayStation blog. And it's like, oh, well, where's the marketing for this? It's Halloween. Like, this is your scary game. It's Halloween. What are you doing?
Right.
And I get that you have a marketing deal with Silent Hill 2, which is a much bigger name, but like,
Even that's not giving that much press and
I'm
marketing.
I'm like, what are you doing? And like, I mean, Xbox's marketing is just, oh, I don't even know where to begin with that.
It
I mean,
feels
I mean,
non-existent.
Hellblade was like the prime example of like, okay, Microsoft clearly just does not know how to market anything. And I've said this for a while, but I think Aaron Greenberg and that team, they're just terrible marketers. And
Hmm.
I don't care if they're company guys and whatever. Like, if you and honestly, I think it's part of the reason why they are not doing well is because their marketing has been so bad and their messaging
I,
is so bad, right? And like,
I, I,
and
I. Oh, I was before you go, Corey. I with that, I worry about Indiana Jones because
mhm,
that game looked like it can have big potential, but if
yeah.
it's not marketed
Well,
well,
Disney will make sure that game gets marketed. I mean, that's the difference, right? It's like
hmm,
Disney will make sure that game gets marketed. I mean, look how many commercials there's been for Epic Mickey, and nobody cares about Epic Mickey, right?
right?
No, I mean, no offense to that game, I care about it because I'm
I
a
do
Disney
too.
fan, but like, in general, nobody cares about that game. But I see a commercial for it at least once a week still.
Yeah,
And and that's the difference though, right? It's like Disney will make sure Indiana Jones gets marketed because that's Disney. And if it sells or not, that's a different story. People care about Indiana Jones, that's a different story, but like, they're going to make
yeah,
sure it gets marketed. They're going to put that in, the holiday. They're going to put that in the holiday marketing for in basketball games, and because it's an epic blockbuster kind of, and football games, and maybe even World Series games coming up. They're going to put that, in NFL playoff games when it starts coming to PlayStation, they'll get that second marketing beat. They're gonna
yeah.
put that everywhere, right? And so I just, man, dude, Xbox's marketing is just very. I mean, the first thing you learn in marketing is don't use a negative word in your marketing, like not or don't or never, like words like that. What's their big marketing phrase right now? You don't need an Xbox to play Xbox,
Right.
which is a terrible marketing line. And I'm sorry, but it's terrible. It's terrible. It's just it's
You
really bad.
you was like, if you want the best experience for your game for the future of gaming, come to Xbox. Get an Xbox Series X. You get this, you get that. Like, you want to put in those positive words for it.
Yeah.
To get that buzz.
Yeah.
Because if you can't be like, well, you don't need it, I'm like, you want them to have one. Yes, you could say, and if you, I'm not trying to say if you don't have our system, but I should say, if you want better options or you want other options, you can also play this on Game Pass on your PC without even using the words though. Like, you can
Mm-hmm.
say stuff um to get people interested in your console or your ecosystem. You know,
Mm-hmm.
uh that's what you will want to do so that people could purchase or subscribe to your service, which will help your business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's just I think to pull it back all around, I think Nintendo's marketing is excellent, and
Mm-hmm.
and maybe part of that is just like, hey, we've grown so much, we've grown so, you know, we it's like the snowball effect at this point, but also like it's doing and the marketing is doing a great job. So I mean,
Yes.
my kids are like like they love Mario and everything. So it just I'm happy that Nintendo is doing a good job.
Yes.
So
So,
yeah. Anyways, what was I talking about? What did this even spin off? Oh, Call of Duty. Yes.
yeah.
Call of Duty's good. It's fun. And then I don't know. I think that's it. I just have my brain is
Been
on
busy.
fire. I have no idea what's going on anymore.
All right.
It's
Well,
fine. I promise.
how about we get into Femi News?
Yeah. I guess we could do that, huh?
Yes.
Not very much news this week, but some significant news. So Sonic X Shadow Generation surpasses 1 million sales in the opening weekend, which is very, very good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually kind of surprised. I can't believe I didn't know this was a remaster of Sonic Generations that includes a new like it's like half remaster, half new game.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I just thought it was like a new Sonic
Like cross.
Generations with Shadow. Like
Uh-uh.
I thought it was all new. I didn't know it was like partially a remake.
They focus on the marketing once again.
Well, the
Focus a
marketing,
lot
a
on
lot of it.
Shadow.
Well, yeah, a lot of it is because also like there's the Keanu Reeves pack where you can play as Shadow, who is
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves in the whatever the what do you call it, the game or in the
Yes.
movie, right? So that's kind of cool, yeah, in my opinion. But yeah,
Yeah.
I
Because
just oh, go ahead. Sorry.
oh, I got to pick it up when I get a chance. Um, but I know I have Shadow Generation on PS3. Didn't get too far into it because I wanted to try it out, and then I just didn't think about it. I'll definitely be picking it up like probably later on in the year. Um, but that's good news that it hit 1 million copies. Um, opening weekend. So I mean that's something to hear good about um Sonic.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, like Sonic is huge now too, right? I mean, Sonic
Mhm.
is back bigger than ever, I think, in terms of just the zeitgeist, especially with the popularity of the movies and them really pulling out all the stops of like getting huge people to play these characters, like Keanu Reeves playing Shadow and Idris Elba playing Knuckles, and
Yeah.
I mean, Ben Schwartz playing Sonic is like the best they could have done. I mean, he's perfect as Sonic. I think he's fantastic.
Got a great voice for it.
And like even
Yeah.
Jim Carrey is the villain, right? I mean, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't know how. I don't know how. You know how. I wonder how much longer that's going to go. Right? I mean, part of me feels like this is one of those like movie series that like now that the third one is out, they're going to go straight like CG almost. Those live action movies that like once they get into like the third or fourth or fifth movie, they just start going all CG and just forget about the
Yeah.
main character or the main live action stuff. And
Yeah.
I mean, they had the Knuckles spinoff on Paramount, right? That was a thing.
It back in the 90s, if there was a movie series that they was keep making a lot of sequels to, you might get the first or second and maybe the third one in the movie theater, and then everything started going to direct to video,
Yeah,
like VHS or yeah, pretty much VHS before DVD became popular.
yeah,
So that could probably end up happening if they like go the CG route. Then all those movies would just go to like Blu-ray or 4K.
yeah, yeah. So I I'm happy that this sold well. Um, I know my nephews have actually been talking about it a little bit, which is rare for them to talk about something other than Fortnite or Minecraft. So
Hmm.
yeah, I'm glad. And I almost reached out to Sega to see if we could get a review copy, um, but I didn't because I didn't really care that much. But I kind of want to play it now. uh,
Yeah,
I loved Sonic Generations. Mm, So that's cool that man, I still shocked that this is what that is. So
I want to play it and see it all the way through. I kind of like the first level design, but I like how they mix the 2D and the 3D levels. I think that's just so cool.
yeah,
That they did that. So
yeah, definitely cool. Definitely cool. Well, I guess we can move on to this next thing. Shocker, Microsoft wants to extend its gaming content to new platforms. Who doesn't see that coming? Uh, so I think there's a really interesting thing that they could do here, and this article from Nintendo Life is obviously kind of wrapping it around the Switch 2 and kind of what it could do for ports and everything. And
hmm
I've been listening to a PlayStation podcast who thinks that the Switch 2 is a great new avenue for PlayStation to port older games like the first or the newer God of War, the first of the new games, and
hmm
Horizon Zero Dawn, and like the PlayStation 4 games essentially. Uh, could breathe new life on the Switch 2 if Sony doesn't want to invest in a handheld, or Microsoft to put older games there too, like a Gears trilogy or the Master Chief Collection, or they've kind of promised Call of Duty at some point, and
yeah,
Hi-Fi Rush could be a great game there. Grounded is already there, right? So
right.
uh, I think this is very interesting for Microsoft. It almost
It's
makes me, and this is coming from an Xbox fan standpoint, almost makes me nervous to invest in Xbox anymore, like in terms of buying games for Xbox.
um I think I would still do it, invest in it, because I know that I would still get the best experience on Xbox with their first party games. When they bring it to Nintendo, like, okay, yes, great. I can still get an experience on Nintendo at the as the best that the hardware could do it, but it would definitely be like almost like a collector's item kind of thing for Nintendo, because I think more people who get it for Xbox will get it through Game Pass. But people who like want like a physical, who still care for physical, they would get it for a Nintendo platform.
Hmm.
Um, it is very weird though between Microsoft and Sony, when everybody was hoping that Nintendo would put their games on their consoles, but the reverse is happening in a sense that Microsoft and Sony are putting their games on Nintendo platforms, even if it's do somebody else. It's just it's really odd to see that the reverse is happening. Um,
Hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
um,
I just I just the Xbox is just in so many different places at this point, and
yes,
it sucks, right? But it also, like, there was kind of things coming out about, from Insider Gaming and places like that Xbox is going to slow down PlayStation 5 ports because of the way that fans reacted to the Indiana Jones announcement. And it's like, well, yeah, you promised an exclusive Indiana Jones game for a platform to compete with, Sony taking Spider-Man, and then you're putting it out less than 3 months later on the competing platform, and I just feel like the people who are most invested in Xbox are the ones that are getting smacked around the most. And it really makes me, how do I want to say this? It makes me really wonder how long Xbox as a box
hmm
is going to be around after this current leadership ends up leaving, because there's rumors out there that Phil wants to retire after the launch of the next Xbox, which he's earned it. I mean, he's
yeah,
really, aside from, like, he turned this Xbox ship around that everybody thought was going to die during the Xbox One, right? Like,
yeah,
he's he's kept Xbox relevant when nobody else did.
it,
And with Sarah Bond kind of rising up through the ranks, and
yeah.
kind of in position to take over when Phil's gone, and Matt Booty kind of being put in position of, first party, and them just kind of hiring or promoting someone to be, lead Xbox Game Studios. So, like,
hmm
there are people in position to lead Xbox when Phil's gone, but, like, I, I think the reason why Xbox still exists as it is because Phil has earned that, you know. And as
It's
much as we see Microsoft kind of taking over, quote unquote, now the
mhm,
Xbox, because they spent $80 million on Activision, 70 billion, sorry.
yeah.
Like, and there's a quote in here from Satya Nadella, right? We brought four of our fan favorite titles to Nintendo Switch and PlayStation for the first time, and we will continue to extend our content to new platforms. I wonder, if it slows down while Phil's still there, I wonder how quickly it speeds back up once Phil's gone. I think Phil has earned that respect and that
hmm
cachet.
Yeah,
Uh,
because anything that people complained with Xbox, and or like even with the way that Redfall was rolled out, and the way that was reacted, even with Starfield, Phil Spencer stepped up, and whether you want to say he took the blame or whatever, he got on and spoke about these things. He was man enough to speak about it. It's I call it like the Iwata effect, where when things wasn't working out for Nintendo, Iwata stepped up to it to be like, yeah, things are not working out, but we still know what we're doing. We're still trusting in the process that we're doing. We know that it's going to work out. Yeah,
mhm.
the results might not be what everybody expected, but that doesn't mean that we're going to give up. That doesn't mean that the product that we put out wasn't the best or anything, because down the
Mhm.
line, that product is going to be something that people want. It's going to
Yeah.
be something, and we could always learn from it, still use what we created and make it better for the future.
Mhm. I also wonder if the no matter what anybody says, I wonder how much the Activision purchase was a Microsoft decision and not a Xbox decision, right?
Hmm.
And I almost wish that that division was not I almost wish that the Activision stuff was treated as a separate entity than Microsoft and Bethesda, right? Where like
Yeah,
Xbox has nothing to do with Activision Blizzard, right? They just are run by themselves. Even if that meant keeping Bobby Kotick, which I know nobody wanted, but also like aside from the fact that he is quote unquote allegedly a terrible person, right? And
yeah,
we have to say allegedly because if anybody hears this podcast, don't want to get sued. So allegedly, quote unquote.
yeah.
And the things that were going on at Blizzard and Activision and stuff like that, like he grew Activision from like this known, relatively, no name, almost on the verge of closing down company into, clearly a $70 billion company apparently. Um, and I almost wonder if like Microsoft bought them and he's I don't know if he stepped away or not, whatever, that's Microsoft's decision, but like just have been treated as business as usual, but now we're owned by Microsoft type thing.
I,
I almost
I,
wonder if that would have been better for the Xbox division in general.
I kind of feel like the reason why Microsoft or Xbox brought Activision is definitely because from the 360 to the Xbox One, when Microsoft wasn't getting those exclusives from Activision for like Call of Duty, at that time, it feels like that switch to PS4 was kind of hurting Xbox and with all the stuff that they was going through when Xbox One got announced. So when Microsoft made that deal and made that purchase for Activision, um that's why the retaliation, I always believe, a lot of people might not agree with me, but the retaliation that PlayStation bought Bungie was because of Microsoft buying Activision. And so the ideal is, okay, we're not going to give, but this is from the gamer's perspective. Okay, so my Call of Duty is only going to be on Xbox and maybe something on PC with Steam stuff. And Sony's just not going to get anything. Well, to counter that, since Destiny is a really big property, we're gonna own Destiny, and once the last game is done with, Xbox is not gonna get it, but Destiny will still live on PC and PlayStation. So that was the idea of Microsoft buying Activision, Sony uh buying Bungie. But the thing about people didn't say, it's just like, is this stuff gonna pay off? Because even with Microsoft buying ZeniMax, nothing hasn't really paid off for that. With Bungie, nothing hasn't really paid off for that. These companies were losing people, closing studios, and after these purchases and these games came out. And so like for Nintendo, when they make their studio purchases and everything, um a lot of that stuff is still around. You know, Nintendo made smart investments for it. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see that what happens in the future. What's going to happen with Marathon from Sony? What's going to happen to Diablo from Xbox? Like, what's going to happen to the future of these games from the companies that they respectively purchase? Are they going to be selling or anything, and are they going to be closing some of these studios if these games and these DLC stuff don't work or don't sell?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you've been paying attention to the Destiny stuff, but Sony has created a new Bungie creative studio, which is totally run by PlayStation now.
So I seen Sony and Bungie trending, and then maybe because of
Mm.
that story, but nobody was talking about it. And
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys probably talked about it on Towers Casual.
Well, we kind of talked. We didn't talk about it. This kind of came out like it's kind of it hadn't like been announced,
Mm-hmm.
so it was like floating around a little bit. But it like this is a Sony thing. Like this seems like Sony is taking them in house to uh Sony Creative or Bungie Creative Studios, which is a separate studio from Bungie proper, right?
Okay.
It's made up of you know how they and when Bungie laid off a bunch of people the last time, and then they're moving people that weren't laid off around within Sony, right?
Yeah.
This is part of that, and they are going to help run and uh kind of mold Sony's kind of game as a service models moving forward as it from a game to game basis.
So I'm
And that
assuming something
also
like Concord will probably be like the first
Concord,
step.
Helldivers, probably Fair Games.
Mm-hmm.
I would assume that new Horizon multiplayer Monster Hunter game that's coming out that they haven't announced, but it's the worst kept secret. Um, games like that, I would
Right.
assume. What's the other one that's coming out soon? Oh, Marathon. Yeah, Marathon for sure. So yeah, they're just going to kind of piece together those strategies, I guess, and kind of help with those.
So that kind of reduces Bungie in a
Yeah,
sense.
well, it helps. It helps Bungie in a way. Bungie proper for the people who are still working on the games there, like to
Mm-hmm.
focus on the games instead of worrying about how they're going to kind of do this, and this, and yeah, I don't know. It seems like a bunch of people are kind of making their way that way, and kind of just it seems like the Bungie creative is made up of more senior Bungie people,
Mm-hmm.
right? And uh that's kind of what I've been gathering, although not a lot of information has come out yet. This is all information coming out of like LinkedIn profiles and LinkedIn posts and stuff. It's not even like a
Okay.
story.
Yeah, because I that's why I think it might have dropped Friday or Thursday. It was trending. I'm thinking Friday it was trending
It
that I
must
seen
it
it.
was Friday. It might have been Thursday night or Friday.
Friday. Oh yeah. And I just didn't click on it because I'm just like with Bungie because it's been Halloween and they do their seasonal event. That's what I thinking it was. So I'm just like, well, they're doing their seasonal event. I don't really have to pay attention to it.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah. So that's
mm,
yeah.
yeah, and to go back to the original story with them expanding their gaming library for Microsoft, um Nintendo has been a good thing for them, whether it is NSO or it's actually something like Cuphead or Ori in the Blind Forest or Grounded, and stuff like that, or even and definitely Minecraft being a big thing. We see the good relationship that Microsoft and Nintendo has had for it. And it works in Microsoft favor because like they get part of that money with the licenses and everything. So like Nintendo's paying them for this stuff, to bring their games
Hmm.
to their platform. Um and with this Call of Duty deal, more people I have a feeling that if the Nintendo of their next console really wants their games well and everything, hey, I'm down with a Avowed coming to Switch.
Yeah.
I'm at this point in time, ZeniMax would be the probably one of the most beneficial um publishers and within Microsoft to get games on Nintendo. Because if they could be like, hey, even if we get 500,000 or we do get 1 million sales just from their next console alone with the subscription stuff on Xbox, and the games are whether they're like a rating of 85 or a 90 or whatever, that would do us justice. That would do us good. And people are still buying it digitally or buying it physical and stuff. That's good for Microsoft and ZeniMax. You know, and for us as Nintendo players, we'd be like, great, we got this game, we got this version of Doom, we got Ghostwire Tokyo or whatever, even though they're not part of them anymore. But we got stuff from we got stuff from ZeniMax, from Bethesda. We got Wolfenstein 3. Yeah, it came down the pipeline later, but we got it. And even if it's through a porting company, if it runs well and looks good and play, I can play this game on the go on my new console. Awesome. Here's my $60. Or if it's still 60, if they raise it to 70, then people will pay the 70.
Yeah.
Because right now, I think ZeniMax, out of all the game studios and Microsoft right now at this point, I think ZeniMax need Nintendo more than ever.
I don't think so. I think you're over exaggerating quite a bit there, but considering all of the games as a service they have and all the money they're making, I think you're incredibly wrong. But
I mean, you can disagree, but
I do disagree. The financial spreadsheets that they just released also disagree strongly with you. So.
Well, with ZeniMax, well, I haven't seen any anything. I think it's because
commenting out of your butt,
pretty much. But the reason why I say that is because I thought that even just through Bethesda, that they would make a big splash on that on Microsoft console, and it hasn't worked.
I mean, they have with Fallout 76 and Elder Scrolls Online, and
that took a long. Well, yeah, Elder Scrolls. Elder Scrolls Online. Is it Elder Scrolls Online?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one has been doing. I think out of them, that one's probably the number one that's been doing the best out of them. Definitely for PC players, because Fallout 76 had a lot of downs before it got to where it is now.
Yeah, but also it's come a long way. We'll say that. So.
I'm just saying. That's what I believe.
He's saying that's my personal opinion. That are not true, everybody.
That is my hot take. You can throw some pancakes.
It's not a take. It's just straight up wrong. There are facts that disprove it.
I'm saying this is my hot take.
It's not a take. You're just lying now.
No, I'm saying it's my hot take. It's my opinion. Then
it's not an opinion.
Corey,
we're moving on. I can't do this right now. It's not an opinion. You are just straight up spreading false information. That's not an opinion. That's just straight up wrong. I'm moving on before I start using words that children cannot hear. Our next story. There are some games now that have seemed to have trended towards the next Nintendo platform, and the latest of these is the Yooka-Laylee remake, or remaster as they're calling it, called Yooka-Replayee. It is coming to Xbox, PlayStation 5, and Nintendo platforms, Ed. And this is different because it does not have the Switch logo anywhere. It just says Nintendo. It's just the Nintendo logo.
And right? Because we talked about this a little bit offline. But go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so the big difference with this game here, right, is like they have done a major overhaul on character models and art and a lot of the textures, and they've done a major animation overhaul. I think there's going to be new kind of uh, navigation and new
Mm.
levels and things. The big thing that they're kind of taunting is that Laylee has fur now, and you can see Yuka's scales and stuff like that. But the biggest the biggest thing is that the Switch is not mentioned. Playtonic instead confirming the release on quote Nintendo platforms. This could mean a couple of things. It's either a blanket statement referring to the Switch family of systems, or it's referencing Nintendo's upcoming new hardware. I think that EGX is happening right now. As of the time of this
Hmm.
recording, we could probably maybe learn more about this game within the next couple hours. Depending. Uh, but this seems like a relatively safe bet for a launch window game, in my opinion, for the Switch 2. Um, so that's my thing. Also, the key art that they released on Twitter had the wide eyes kind of what do you call it? The rare kind of look. Their
Yeah.
kind of their this studio's kind of signature look,
Yeah.
looking at the Nintendo logo, which not a lot of people picked up on, but I would assume this is a safe bet for Switch 2.
So my when we was talking, Corey, my one of my things was that I think they're working on the Xbox and PlayStation version, and then the Nintendo version is gonna come later. Um, I don't think this is gonna. It may come to their next platform, which I wouldn't be surprised if it did it. But I don't think it's gonna be like something like a launch game or anything. I think it's gonna be something like down the line.
Well, I said
Um,
launch window. I didn't say launch game. I said launch window, which would
well,
be
I
like the
mean,
first 6 months.
well, yeah. I mean, I'm thinking like probably depending on when the Switch comes out. I don't know if it's gonna be like they gonna have it ready for um that year. It may be something like that following year. Um, but have a feeling that it is gonna be on the Switch, but that Switch version is gonna come out later because I think they're gonna work on the Xbox and PlayStation version, and then focus on making the Switch version.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then once that come out, if it is backwards compatible and it is does the upgrade stuff for it, then they'll be like, yeah, you could just play this on your Switch 2 or the new Nintendo hardware, and it will just automatically upgrade. It'll recognize that version.
Yeah. I guess. I don't know. I guess we'll see. I guess. We'll see.
Yeah.
But that's kind of it for the news, Ed. There's no more news. There's not a lot of news this week. Which kind of means we're coming up on the end of the year. It feels like.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
it's weird. I it's just it's crazy that we're coming up on an end of the year thing.
Well, yeah, because what the big games are Mario and Luigi Brothers Ship, Dragon Quest, Indiana Jones, Dragon Age, Veilguard will be dropping. Um, Nothing Pokemon related, I don't think. The
Not
Game
yet.
Award, yeah, the Game Awards. I don't know what Sony has up their sleeves or anything. Um, because there are a lot of people who are showing stuff is all for 2025. Like Donkey Kong is next year. Metroid Prime is next year.
Mhm.
So like within November and December, just at least for Nintendo alone, there's like I said, Brothership and Dragon Quest 3 are a big thing. Even though Dragon Quest 3 is gonna be on other platforms, they're marketing big on Switch, and then Xbox, going with them, like their big game will be Indiana Jones because Evolve was supposed to be out, but it got delayed.
Yeah.
So, and then we just don't know what Sony is doing unless we get another State of Play. Because the last big thing for them outside of Astrobot was Silent Hill 2.
Yeah. I mean, they have the Lego Horizon game coming out still, I
Yeah,
guess, which I'm getting for Switch because I want
yeah,
to.
yeah. I prefer to have it on Switch.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just like I said, I'm buying everything on Switch that comes to Switch unless it either A runs incredibly poorly or B it's not coming, right? So,
Hmm.
um but that's where I'm sitting at the moment. Um, man,
Yeah,
what a crazy time of year. What a
yeah.
time.
I need them to just make my first party list Switch games that I have missed, so I could go back and get them
Yeah.
before I can't get them anymore. So,
Yeah, I need
um,
to do that as well. I've made a list. It's a very, very, very long list, and I don't know how to come up with all that money to get all the games I want for Switch, both first and third party and indies. But
yeah,
I honestly thought about getting rid of my PlayStation because A, I don't play it ever, and B, it just died for the third time. And I'm just like, I don't want to deal with this anymore.
yeah.
So there's that. Um,
I just want to have the Pro for Ghost for the new Ghost game.
Ghosts of Yote.
Yote, yeah. I don't
Yeah,
want to say Yote.
yeah. Oh, good times. Good times.
Oh
Let's
shoot, still got the level 5 stuff. Cannot wait for Professor Layton, the new one to come.
yeah. I mean, there's
So,
like, you still have the Dragon Quest 1 and 2 remakes. You still have
yeah,
I mean, there's so much coming out for
I
Switch next year already.
I think I gotta rewatch that Partners Direct again because I'm just like I know there are games that I am missing that got announced that's coming for the system. I'm like, and I just need to watch it
Yeah.
to recollect.
Yeah. Ugh, good times.
Yes, Switch is still going strong for a whole nother year. That's insane.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's good for the people who aren't going to be able to or don't want to upgrade right away, right? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
and theoretically, these games will be running on Switch 2 as well. So for people like us who want to upgrade,
Yes.
yeah, we'll be able to play them. So
Yay.
I can't wait to play Donkey Kong Country Returns HD, the Wii game, on my Switch 2, 3 generations later.
Hey, I'll take it.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great Donkey Kong game, though.
It is. Not gonna lie.
So,
So, yeah.
caffeine.
How good.
Oh man, I gotta tell you, man, I don't know how I function as a human being sometimes. My brain and my body are so tired, and yet my eyes are open and my mouth is moving with words coming out.
And then when you get ready to lay down, you're still wide awake.
I'm gonna go lay down right after this is over, and I'm going to lay there with my eyes open in the dark.
I don't know how. Just don't know how. My body would just be like, relax.
Well, to be fair, Ed, you have a lot less things to be stressed out about than I do.
Well, shoot, we zonked out when we was in Boston at PAX. And in Seattle, we got to talking. We laid down, the lights was out, and we both fell into darkness.
Hey,
I don't care what happened.
You fell asleep sitting up, working, while I was not sleeping. I mean, I did sleep while we were there, but
yeah.
Oh
Very true.
boy, good times, huh?
Yes.
Um, what were we doing now? I forget. Oh, God, I forget what we're doing. Oh, Pack
So
Watch.
yes.
Pack
Pack
Watch.
watch.
Yeah. So this is what's coming out the rest of the week here. On 10/28, which is Monday. So these next two games will be out by the time you hear this episode. Vengeance Hunters, Pick Your Fighter, the Robot, Gollum, the Brawler, Candy, the Mad Scientist, Looney, and Adventure from the Last Woods to the Desolate Wastelands and the mean streets of Megalopolis and beyond. Vengeance Hunters is an original Neo Geo title created for modern gamers. Great. Its combat systems and gameplay are designed to celebrate the fun and classic arcade beat 'em ups with an additional flair. Attention to detail and complexity that dares players to prove their skill, and best 5 unique boss encounters.
Yeah.
Great.
It came out. It's out on PC, but I think Switch is now just getting it.
Yeah. By the way, the Marvel vs. Capcom collection comes out soon, which I'm very excited for. I just
Yeah.
realized I have 4 games in November pre-ordered, and I'm very scared
I
for
just the
reaction.
physical ones. Yeah, that's when I gotta go pick up. Hopefully, Best Buy don't cancel my order. Like they be like, "Well, you pre-ordered this way too early, so we're gonna cancel it." Wait, what?
Yeah. So there's that. Quite anyways, on 10/29, Clock Tower Rewind from our friends at Way Forward. I need to email them. Chris was supposed to get back with me with dates about this, and he hasn't emailed me back. I gotta get back with him. Turn back the clock for one of the pioneers in the survival horror genre. Translated and released outside of Japan for the first time, Clock Tower Rewind is a revival of the terror-induced 16-bit classic that dares you to explore the haunting confines of the Barrows family manor. As teenage orphan Jennifer, you must search every disturbing corner to find items, reveal secrets, and discover ways to evade the Scissor Man, a murderous, unstoppable shears wielding psychopath.
Can I say I didn't even know this was a Super Nintendo game or 16-bit game. I literally thought it was a PlayStation 1 game.
Mm.
I didn't know that the series went that far back.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it does. I guess it
Hmm.
does. So, 10/31. We're getting 2 games. Shadows of the Dam. Oh, Shadows of the Dam's coming out remastered. Kick
Mm-hmm.
some. Is it getting a physical?
I had
Or
to
is
look.
it a limited run like Lollipop Chainsaw?
I actually don't think so. Go ahead, Corey. Let me look it
Uh,
up.
Gosh, Shadows of the Dam was so cool.
I owned it for PS4, but just never. Um,
I owned it on Xbox 360 when it came out. Shadows of the Damned kicked some demon tail as Garcia Hotspur on one devil of a ride. The flames of hell will feel frigid compared to the hot-blooded Garcia on his quest to get his girl back from the Lord of the Underworld. So this is a third-person shooter. I would say it feels like if Resident Evil 4 was a Devil May Cry game in a sense.
mhm.
It's very stylish. It's very combat heavy. Has that kind of strange Suda 51 feel. Grasshopper is doing this, and this Shinji Mikami is actually helping produce this and get it out the door after he left Tango. So that's interesting. His new studio is helping with this.
Mhm.
And then on 10/31, Raiden Nova, the legendary vertical scrolling shooter Raiden is reborn as a thrilling twin stick shooter. Freely aim and shoot with dual sticks, dodging bullets from every direction. Level up to unlock a variety of weapons and enhancements and upgrade your ship to fight your way through the epic battles.
So to answer your question, it got a limited run release for only PlayStation 5 only
Mm,
for Shadow of the Dam.
mm.
So No Switch version. Boo.
Hmm. I wonder if they will at some point.
Funny that the original one was published by EA.
I know.
Um,
That's when EA was trying to do a bunch of different things. They were really
yeah.
trying to like compete with Resident Evil at that time, right? I mean, they put Dead Space out and this, and what was the other one they put out around that time?
Wasn't there like a Devil May Cry kind of religion one that they did?
Oh, the no, it was more like God of War. It was Dante's Inferno,
Dante's Inferno. Yeah,
which was
everybody
awesome.
wanted.
That game was awesome, by the way.
I never got to play it, but everybody's just like, EA, put that as a remaster out. Come get these coins. And um, yeah, nothing.
Yeah. Anyways,
So
Ed, we don't have any questions. Mostly because we were busy and forgot to put the thing
we
out.
forgot to ask.
Yeah,
So
essentially. So, is there anything else you want to talk about before we get out of here?
um, kind of to let you guys know, um, when we get into December, we are going to be on a 2 week break. So when we come back, we'll be
We
talking
are?
about yeah,
Oh,
um, the week of Christmas and then the week of New Year's, or the week of the fourth week of December that leads into New Year's. Um,
yeah.
we'll be on break. Um, but we'll be getting when we come back. That's when we'll talk about our Nintendo Game of the Year, episode and everything. So we'll definitely be doing that. Um, we're we're still trying to figure out the week for. I think we will have an episode or at least an expansion pack for the week of Thanksgiving. Um, and everything. So we will have some content for you guys. And then after we come back from Thanksgiving, we'll have a regular show and everything. Cause shoot, Thanksgiving Day, I get to relax. I don't have to work. So, and like I said, that's the week I'm gonna try to start playing or that week I'm gonna be trying to play Lost Odyssey.
Hmm.
So, I got hopefully be able to beat it, but I think Mario and Luigi Brothers shit will be out by then, so I'll probably be bouncing between those two games during that week
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
So
Well, you know,
yeah,
maybe.
then yeah, so yeah, one more thing. Hopefully, everybody saw the Xbox partner program. I know we've been talking about a lot about Xbox on this episode, but they had a really good show, and I think I kind of like these partner directs that Microsoft, Nintendo, and not so much Sony. I don't think they do anything like that. But definitely with Microsoft and Nintendo, I like these partner directs when they just focus on third party um games that we could be excited for. And like anything could come out of from anywhere. So if you haven't checked it out, do go watch it. And even with the Indie World and partner direct that Nintendo did in August, go back and check that. Check out that direct, and also check out our recap about it. Um,
Mhm.
Definitely check that out. But other than that, um, yeah, it's holiday gaming is coming up. There's gonna be stuff that'll be slowing down for games for all consoles, definitely for Nintendo. Um Hopefully Nintendo participates in the Game Awards. That's something that we hope to see. Um uh yeah, that's gonna be a really big thing to see if Nintendo participates in it. Because it just feels like the Game Awards feel weird without having like Nintendo representation there. It really does. Um, but who
Yeah.
knows?
Yeah. Uh I guess the last thing for me, it's not really video game related, but as of this recording, I think most people who've been following me for a long time know that I'm a big Browns fan. And the voice of the Cleveland Browns, Jim Donovan, he has called nearly every single game for the Browns since 1999 when they came back to Cleveland after they moved to Baltimore to become the Ravens. Passed away yesterday from his decade-long battle with leukemia. And I remember I met him one time when I was in high school, very, very, very long time ago.
Oh, cool.
And that he is a legend in this town, and his voice is going to be missed greatly. And it's been a weird couple days as Browns fans. Well, we won. Also, that's also weird this season. But yeah, he just listening to the games on the radio if I'm out or whatever is just not the same. I don't get me wrong, I like Andrew Siciliano. I think he's a great play-by-play guy, but no one's ever going to replace Jim Donovan. And my thoughts go out to his wife and his daughter Megan and the family. And I know they don't have any idea who I am, because I met them so long ago, but they were the kindest people, and Jim has always been kind, and it's sad to lose legends like that. So there's a big ceremony before the game today, and it was very heartwarming. So
all right. Well, everybody, thanks for listening and or watching Nintendo Pow Block, which is part of the Boss Rush Network. If you enjoyed our discussions, please do subscribe on YouTube or your favorite podcast application. You can support us over on Patreon. That's patreon.com/Boss Rush Network. Thanks everybody for listening, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody. Woohoo!
Bye. If you want to see how you can become a Patreon producer, head on over to patreon.com/Boss Rush Network. The Patreon producers for this month are Adriel Munger, Austin Campbell, Celeste Roberts, Christian S., Sana Deering, Francisco Santillan, Matthew Keel, and Todd Oxtra. Thanks for your continued support of the Boss Rush Network.